Hi, everyone, and welcome. We've got a special one for you, as tonight's action is part of the NBA Cup. Alongside Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. We'll be joined by Allie LaForce courtside. And to look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
Here early in the season, these two teams trying to overcome the injuries and hopefully get healthier down the stretch.
And here's Memphis's starting group. On the perimeter, it's KCP and Wiggins. Zach Edey out there with Brandon Clark. And it's Jerome in at the point guard position. And for New Orleans, Zion Williamson out there with Trey Murphy. Then there's DeJounte Murray. Then there's Fears. And it's Queen in at the 5, roaming the paint. Of course, tomorrow is Thanksgiving, a special day for players and their families, Grant.
It is. It's just great to have a day to enjoy time with loved ones and just relax. And obviously, B.A., I love Thanksgiving because I love to eat.
Now, here's Caldwell Pope. Pass to Edey. Here's Jerome. Out of bounds as Memphis keeps possession. And here are the new power rankings. Only the first month of the season, but a chance to check out some early returns. You take a look at the Knicks. They pulled themselves up to the second place spot.
You know, right now for the Pelicans, they're in the lower end of the rankings and headed down. Not the position you want to find yourself in. Now, we'll see if they can stabilize in the coming games.
Oh, he used the shot fake to create the angle, but he couldn't get it to fall. Now here's Williamson. Queen, the pass to Murray. They set the pick. To the paint. Tipped. Queen misses. And here's Memphis now. Pass to Jerome. Outside, Caldwell Pope. 6 to shoot. Here's Edey. Will not go. Misses off the front iron. And so Murray will bring it up for New Orleans. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
Murray with the ridiculous handle and quickness. He is so aggressive with that move.
The Grizzlies on offense. Last time they met was in Memphis.
They really took a smart approach against this team the last time they faced off.
And DeJounte Murray is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. A little over a minute and a half into this first quarter. Now here's Edey. Defense right on him. Caldwell Pope for 3. Knocks it down from distance.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And here are the Pelicans now. Williamson outside. Out to the right wing. For 3, Fears. The rebound by Edey. The Grizzlies have gone 1 for 3 so far. Looking at the Grizzlies last year, all of their top 14 players in minutes played were in their 20s.
Yeah, in some ways it's a good thing. Bodes well for the future, but I think they could use some veteran leadership at times. It's a tough balance between youth and experience.
Here's Fears. He's covered by Caldwell Pope. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. To the right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Williamson for 3. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start. Here's Wells. And it's Queen with a rebound.
Give the defender credit. Willing to challenge the shot. Lots of other guys just let them score there.
Williamson misses. Memphis leading by 3. Pass to Wells. Beyond the arc. The shot, no good.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Here's Murray. Softly drops in the floater. Murray's got his second bucket on the night.
Such a crafty finisher. Murray is good at sizing up defenses and then just crushing them with that floater.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Murray against Jerome. He takes it in. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. After years of being a fringe rotation player, RJ, Ty Jerome has had a surprise emergence.
Yeah, just had by far his best season in the league, and he's proven to be a guy that can come in and run the show and be extremely efficient.
That free throw good from Jerome. Well, Grant, when Zion is doing what he does best, it changes everything for the Pels.
Yeah, he bends defenses and brings a force that few teams can answer. With him in rhythm, they're not just dangerous, they're different.
Both free throws good from Jerome. A story of two halves last season for the Grizzlies, Richard. At the All-Star break, second in the West. But things went south down the stretch.
Yeah, specifically their defense took a turn for the worse. They barely made the postseason and only to get swept by the Thunder.
And they get it back. 5 to shoot. Second shot opportunity. That shot missing. Good D by Wells. Memphis leading by 3. Pass to Jerome. Now here's Edey. The jump hook, and that one's good. Here's Murray, coming off a 22-point game against Chicago. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
And the three-pointer goes.
Well, Murray does so many things well, including knowing when to kick it out to a perimeter shooter.
Back to Jerome, pass to Clark. Now here's Edey. The D's right on him. And Clark gets it to go on the assist by Edey. Clark's got 5 points.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now here's Murray. You know, his stats have been solid, averaging around 18.5 points a game. And here's Williamson. Lets the three fly. Good D by Wells.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Pelicans trail by 7. Pass to Fears. Here's the floater. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It's on Contavious Caldwell-Pope. You know, Grant, with the young Jeremiah Fears, the focus seems to be on his potential upside.
Yeah, he scores well, has a decent passing game, but there's room for more polish in other areas. As long as he works hard on developing, he'll reach that next level.
And he makes the first. Grant, when you talk about the Pelicans, year after year, it comes back to health.
And you sometimes wonder if there's something in the water in New Orleans or some bad juju, because they're certainly due for some better luck.
He's perfect from the line this time. And Jerome has got the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies. Leading by 5. They're coming off that loss against Denver.
I really didn't see much of an edge from them. A little more intensity could have gone a long way.
Yeah, you hate to be critical, but that's part of our job. You have to call it the way we see it. That night, they were flat.
And now New Orleans on the break. Clark grabs the board.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Outside Wells, three-pointer. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. This game coming after a loss versus the Bulls.
You know, in that game, it was just too much disparity in effort level between the two teams, especially on the glass.
The poor rebounding is something that they'll have to shore up going forward. It puts you at such a disadvantage when you look at the battle of possessions.
Oh, it's just raining threes for them early.
Pelicans trail by 8. Here's Spears. We saw him with 19 his last time out. Murray for 3. Hits a three-pointer. Murray's got his third basket on the night right there.
Murray sees your 3 and raises you another one right back at you.
Pass to Edey. Here's Clark. Oh, Clark with the slam.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. And the Pelicans with possession here. On the wing, Murray. He's covered by Jerome. Here's Queen. And again, it's New Orleans with a 3.
The way he can elevate over a defender from deep, very tough to contain outside the arc.
Jerome passes to Caldwell Pope. Clark with a screen on Murray. Pass to Clark. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And the Pelicans making a change here. Poole's checked in. And that one misses. Pelicans trail by 6. Outside Murray. Back to Poole. Lets it go from deep. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Memphis has gone 3 for 5 from deep so far in this matchup. Jerome finds Edey. Now Clark. Here's Jerome. Off target from three-point range. To the inside. Williamson. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That's on Brandon Clark.
And he's so dangerous with the ball. You almost have to guard Zion like that.
First trip to the line for him here.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Well, Grant, how do you slow down Zion Williamson?
Oh, glad I didn't have to, B.A. Obviously, you've got to play him for the drive and keep him in front of you. And when he gets anywhere near the paint, you have to bring the help.
And New Orleans making a change here. Bay's checked in. And he makes both free throws.
Yeah, the physical abilities of Zion are truly next level. His build, his strength, I mean, it makes him difficult to defend and totally unique.
Now here's Williams. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
And here's Bay. Pass to Poole. Over Williams. And the shot is good. Dropping in off the front of the rim. Poole's got 5.
Just another spot Poole can hurt you from, adjusting easily in that mid-range.
Back to Jerome. Second chance shot. Here's Edey. And at last, they get one to fall. Edey's got his second bucket of the night.
Grab that one. However, so far they're getting a little out-hustled on the boards.
To the middle. And stolen by Jerome. Pass to Edey. Now Clark. 6 on the shot clock. Jerome passes to Clark. Oh, some solid defense from Poole. Pelicans trail by 3. Here's Williamson. Williams grabs the board.
Look, I'll give him an A for effort for trying to dunk through the defense, but maybe he should ease up on that one just a little bit.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
And so it's Poole who brings up the ball for the Pelicans. Pass to Queen. Outside Murray. Williamson outside. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Even as much as we've seen him, we still marvel at the power of Zion around the basket. It's hard for a defender to deal with this kind of strength.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. Messi, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Alvarado comes in for Murray. Then for Memphis, Aldama's checked in for Edey. Jackson comes in for Clark. And it's Pippen in for Jerome. He does not get the second one.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
And that one is hammered home.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. 1:10 left to play in the first. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Zion Williamson is one of the most gifted athletes this game has ever seen, but now he's taken his commitment to conditioning to another level. He said, I definitely see the difference. I'm feeling like I don't exert as much energy to get to a certain speed. My movements are swifter. Guys, back to you.
A scary thought. Okay, thanks for the report, Allie.
See, what a rough quarter for him. Nothing seemingly going his way.
Williams misses.
That was a good possession. They got a clean look. The shot just didn't fall.
Here's Poole. No good again that time. Memphis leading by 8. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And again, it's Memphis missing. Now Alvarado. No points yet. Pass to Poole. Over Jackson. Poole shot is off.
I'll be honest, I'm a little surprised he missed that.
And so it's Memphis, up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Defense is setting the tone. Back after this. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the Grizzlies, what do you think, guys?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
On the court for Memphis, they've got Jock Landale. Williams is out there with Scottie Pippen Jr. Then there's Santi Aldama. Pass to Hawkins. Takes the 3. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got 4 rebounds now.
And they're doing strong work on the glass. A +5 advantage for them.
Here's Poole. Alvarado outside. The 3 sinks the tray. Alvarado's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And this is what you love to see from Poole, showing a willingness to move the ball.
And here are the Grizzlies now. It's a 5-point game. Pippen right side. Here's Landale. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. New Orleans has gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. Picked by Misi. Now here's Alvarado, defended by Pippen. This one for 3. Hawkins can't get it to go. Grizzlies lead by 5. Williams passes to Landale. And the layup is good off the glass. Landale's gotten his first bucket of the night.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Second quarter, a little over a minute and a half in. They set a pick. Here's Hawkins. Grizzlies with the rebound. Williams looking around. Pass to Aldama from downtown. Pippen outside. Goes back up. Misses off the left iron. Pelicans trail by 7. Alvarado outside. Inside. Misi's shot is good.
I just love when teams make it work down low.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Pass to Aldama. To the inside. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Now here's Landale. Blocked! Alvarado with it. Now Pippen defending. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
Oh, my! That's why we have those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there. Grizzlies lead by 3. And so Tomas Isolo calls the timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. For New Orleans, Trey Murphy, he's checked in for Bay. Williamson comes in for Hawkins. And it's Fears in for Alvarado. Then for Memphis, Wells is checked in for Landale. Caldwell Pope comes in for Williams. And Jerome subbed in for Pippen. And about 3 minutes played now in the second quarter. Jerome outside. And stolen by Williamson. Zion not fazed by the contact.
You know, Coach gets mad when Williamson gets hit and there's no whistle, and it happens a lot.
And Grant, in recent years, we've seen the pace of the NBA game increasing.
Yeah, it stagnated in the 90s, but it is back. We're still not at the frenetic pace of the 1960s when we'd see over 120 possessions a game, but the efficiency is at an all-time high.
Aldama, no good with the triple.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
It's harder to thread those passes inside, but the reward is evident.
And here's Jerome. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Jerome passes to Aldama. Back to Jerome. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. And the Grizzlies lead by 1.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
Poole with the ball. Coming off a 28-point game against Chicago.
And he made a living at the line as well. Got there over and over and did some damage.
For 3. Caldwell Pope pulls it in.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
The Pelicans have gotten over 50% of their shots to go. 5 for 9 in the second. That one's good for 2.
A monster down low. Zion is scary.
Memphis has gone 0 for 4 from beyond the arc here in the second quarter. pass to Caldwell Pope. Here's Aldama. He's guarded by Misi. Unloads from 13. It's hauled in by New Orleans. Now here's Poole. 5 points in the game. Here's Fears. Here's Misi. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Poole. And stolen by Jerome. Pass to Aldama from behind the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc. Aldama's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
And so Willie Green decides to call a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Queen, he's checked in for Misi. Clark is checked in for Memphis. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Yves Misi.
And he's had a rough past 5 games. He's had trouble finding his offensive rhythm and just hasn't been as effective as he'd like to be on that end. But this is something all players go through, and I'm sure he'll fight his way back.
And it's the Pelicans with the ball, trailing by 2. Poole against Jerome. Oh, what an effort by Poole!
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Memphis has gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3. And after breaking out in his 3rd season and winning a title, Jordan Poole has struggled to recapture that high level. And last season, encouraging Grant.
Yeah, it was much more efficient with his shooting, B.A. Now, can his defense get back to a championship level? We'll see.
Here's Fears. He's got 5. Here's Williamson. So good down low. Williamson.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
And this is where they've struggled.
Yeah, the half court has not been kind to them. Let's see what they run.
Here's Aldama. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That one on Murphy.
Man, good whistle there.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Pelicans.
I've really been impressed with how aggressive they've been inside, looking to capitalize from the paint whenever they can.
And another thing, they found the open man. Really playing unselfish basketball, moving the ball around there on the perimeter.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Well, Richard, he's from a place with a history of great big men. Santi Aldama is next in line.
Well, the first Spanish players that come to mind for me are the Gasol brothers. The connection, Spanish and big men. Aldama has carried that lineage well in his short time in the NBA.
Here's Fears. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Sends it home from 3-point land.
And they seem to have a hard time picking good shots in the first quarter, but it's all coming together now for them here.
Caldwell Pope finds Clark. And it's Queen with a rebound. Queen's got 6 rebounds in the game. And after missing his first 3 shots, he drains it. 1 for 4.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Here's Jerome. 11 points for him last game against Denver. Pass to Aldama. There's the drive. Uses the glass on the layup. Aldama's got 7 points.
That scoreless first quarter, that might have woke him up, and he's turned it on here in the second.
The Pelicans lead by 3. Williamson looking around. And here's Poole. Puts up a 3. And another 3 for New Orleans.
And their offensive execution has really picked up here in the second period.
Memphis has gone just 1 of 6 from the perimeter here in the second. And so Tomas Isolo calls the timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. DeJounte Murray's checked in for the Pelicans. The Grizzlies also with a sub. Edey's checked in. Caldwell Pope, the pass to Wells. Down low. Stolen. Williamson with it. Picked up by Jerome. Williamson misses.
And even though he hasn't been himself, it hasn't affected his team too much. They've still got the lead.
Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Here's Edey. And he gets that one. 6 points for him.
The value of good ball movement isn't lost on this squad.
The Pelicans lead by 4. Here's Poole. And Poole fighting through contact.
He has been a key factor for them offensively, scoring with consistency.
And so it's Memphis with it. And here's Jerome. He's been productive, averaging just over 7 points a game.
Oh, I love that possession for them, ending with an assisted bucket.
Here's Murray. Pass to Fears. Back to Murray. Poole for 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. Edey's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Wells, the pass to Clark. On the wing, Caldwell Pope, guarded by Poole. Back to Wells. Just 5 to shoot. Takes a step back. Here's Jerome. It's hauled in by New Orleans. Queens got his 7th rebound here tonight. Poole with the ball. And Wells picks him up defensively. Kicks it out to Williamson. Takes a 3 with the putback. And it's blocked by Edey. To the paint. Here's Wells. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
And here's New Orleans now, following the bucket by the Grizzlies. And that one's good. Poole.
His play just keeps getting better, clearly building on the foundation of that strong first quarter.
We've got 1:28 left in the first half. Pass to Edey. Now here's Caldwell Pope. Jerome, a screen on Poole. Caldwell Pope, the pass to Clark. Jerome against Murray. Jerome, right side. Here's Edey. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say they need to emphasize rebounding going forward.
Bay, he's checked in for New Orleans. And that one falls for Edey. New Orleans in the lead. Now Murray. He has 7. Pass to Queen. Back to Murray. The three is up. The rebound by Edey. Edey's got 9 rebounds now. Left side Wells. Clark, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Here's Wells to the left side wing. Jerome outside. Picked it out of midair. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Here's Bay. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
And one thing you know about Bay, he invites contact.
Elbow. 2.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Bay.
Yes, solid shooter at the stripe. Bay really confident when he has freebies to shoot.
And so Bay nails both of them. Grizzlies trail by 3.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Yeah, and you don't have to be quick. You just have to be deliberate.
Murray against Jerome. There's a screen. Over Murray. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Pelicans ahead, up by 3. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Greetings, everybody. Before we review the first half, let's take an early season peek at how the Western Conference is shaking out so far.
You know, for the Grizzlies, they've looked okay early on, but it's going to take a lot of work to get this team to the next tier. Plenty of competition ahead of them and not much room for error.
Getting back to the New Orleans Pelicans, what a tight first half.
Total team effort. Instead of 5 starters, it's like they've got 7 or 8 guys getting it done. That's how good the reserves have been tonight, guys.
Lots of interchangeable parts. They can throw different lineups at you. Keeps you guessing. That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. One of the stories here, Jordan Poole. Man, is he getting it done today.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
And so it's New Orleans with it. 3-point lead. And following this one, they hit the road to challenge the Warriors at Chase Center in San Francisco. That'll be the first leg of just a 2-game trip for them. Fears out there with DeJounte Murray. Then there's Trey Murphy. Then there's Zion Williamson. And it's Queen in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for Willie Green getting going here in the second half. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Clark outside. Back to Caldwell Pope. Shot clock at 6. Jerome. And it's all tied up. Jerome's got 7 points.
No one there to contest, so he just drops it in like he's at the rec league.
Pelicans shooting a solid 47%. Murray with it. And it's Edey picking him up. Pass to Fears. Launches a 3. Clark grabs the board.
A little too aggressive on that shot. He's not the guy they want shooting those tough threes.
Now Edey. And here's Wells for the lead. Williams grabs the board. Williamson's got 6 rebounds in the game. Murray deciding where to go with it. Williamson with a screen on Jerome. The shot no good. Good D by Clark. It's Wells on the wing, covered by Williamson. Jerome against Murray. To the middle. And there's Edey. That's good. And the assist from Jerome. He's got 13.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Murray with it. He has 7. Pass to Williamson. Here's Fears. He's covered by Caldwell Pope. The three-pointer off the mark.
Not an ideal start to the second half for them. 0 for 3.
Outside Wells. Launches it. He drops it from range. And it's a 5-point Grizzly lead.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now here's Murray. Here's Fears to end the run. Oh, the bucket's good, and he'll have a chance at one more. It's on Contavious Caldwell Pope.
And it took some time, but hopefully getting that make will kind of kickstart him, kind of wake him up here in this third quarter after missing their first few shots.
One shot.
And the free throw, no good.
And they have been cold coming out of the break, only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this half. Got to pick it up.
Pass to Wells. And here's Clark for 3. Not on target. 4 for 9 in this one. Pelicans trail by 3. A long-limbed 6'5" guard, Grant. Talk about what DeJounte Murray brings to the table.
Oh, man, defense. I mean, he's led the league in steals, B.A. And Murray is really good at disrupting the point of attack, making things hard on the opposing ball handler.
He has no problem going in there with the big trees because Murray is focused on that possession.
And so Tuomas Isalo calls a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. We are now into November, so let's check in on the standings in the Western Conference. You look at the Grizzlies. Here in the early going, they're in 8th place. And, of course, New Orleans, they're 5 spots behind them.
Right now for the Grizzlies, they're really doing their best to rise through the rankings. Time will tell whether they can pull it off.
And you have to wonder if this roster can get to that next level. They have talent, but if it doesn't come together, they might have to shake it up.
Edey parked it down low that time, got hit with the 3-second call. And looking at the 2K leaderboard now, here are the 2 guards who have been shooting the lights out over the last 10 games. Well, you look at Caldwell Pope. Boy, what a gifted shooter he is from way out there.
And as a rule of thumb, you always want great shooters at the shooting guard position if you can get them. Now, these guys are the cream of the crop.
And having a reliable three-point option at off guard, pretty much a necessity at this point in time in the league.
Now here's Murray. He's got 9. For the lead. Fires the 3. Memphis with a rebound. Jerome's got his 5th rebound in this one. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. The Grizzlies last season retired the jersey number of the grind father, defensive ace Tony Allen, the player who coined the grit and grind motto that came to define the franchise in the 2010s. Allen was a perennial all-defense selection in Memphis, and his hard-nosed play set the tone. Back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. Now here's Murray. Pass to Queen. From deep. The shot misses. Good D by Clark. Outside, Caldwell Pope. To the paint. Here's Edey. That is now his 7th field goal in 10 attempts. Impressive.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
And it's Murray with the ball for New Orleans. Foul called. Looked like the D didn't get there in time. And he'll shoot free throws.
Becoming a more consistent offensive weapon. Murray finding ways to contribute.
He's got his first free throws of the night right here. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. For Memphis, they've gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter. Caldwell Pope, the pass to Wells. And a miss there on the triple.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Williamson with it. And it's Edey picking him up. Williamson misses. Memphis leading. Caldwell Pope with a drive. Clark, no good. New Orleans has got nothing to fall here in the third. 0 for 4. A nice shot by Fears. Fears has gotten 4 this quarter. Memphis has gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. Clark with a screen on Murray. Jerome passes to Clark. He nails it. That's his 5th make in 11 tries.
He's been playing great unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully.
Here's Williamson. After the basket by Memphis on the other end. They retain possession. Pass to Queen. For the lead. The Grizzlies pull it in.
And lockdown defense against one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Ooh.
Now Edey. Screen by Edey. Down low. And the dunk by Edey.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. And so Willie Green decides to call a timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. And New Orleans making a change here. Poole's checked in. The Grizzlies also with a sub. Pippen, he's checked in for Jerome. Pelicans trail by 4. Now here's Murray. 10 points for him. Inside. To the inside. Some nice passing by New Orleans here. Poole from long range. Excellent D there from Caldwell Pope. The Grizzlies have gotten 6 of 10 shots to fall in this third quarter. Here's Pippen. Soft touch off the glass. And now a 6-point Memphis lead.
They have no answer defensively inside.
And here's Murray. Fires it. The bank shot, no good.
Just an ugly show from him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped.
Wells, that's good.
He knocked one deep ball in the first half, but you start to get the feeling he's finding his rhythm out there now.
Boy, they're in a rough patch right now.
Yeah, momentum is definitely not on their side.
Murray passes to Poole. Back to Murray. The floater, and it's blocked by Edey.
There's one principal reason why they're sitting on this lead. Rebounding.
Caldwell Pope. And there's Memphis with another bucket. All right, a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Grizzlies.
They've been just suffocating on defense the whole game. Look at their shot blocking. The opposition doesn't have any room to breathe.
They're also finding a lot of points tonight off of transition play, running the floor and using the fast break to beat the defense.
Aldama's checked in for Memphis. Here's Murray. He's got 10. Pass to Fears. Back to Murray. Here's Queen. Uncovered. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. Queen's got his second basket of the night.
Murray is capable of getting double-digit assists anytime he's on the floor because he is an unselfish point guard.
Grizzlies lead by 9. Now Pippen. Outside. Caldwell Pope. Pippen outside. Pass to Aldama. 3-on-3. Now Murray. From 15 feet away, Memphis with a rebound. Edey's got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jordan Poole. That's his first foul of the game. Now here's Pippen, defended by Murray. Williams on the wing. Six on the shot clock. And Fears pulls it down. Pelicans trail by 9. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
There's that athleticism we talked about with Murray, a point guard with major bounce.
Pippen with it. Pass to Williams. Three-pointer. Back to Pippen. To the paint. Here's Edey. And the dunk by Edey.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
Offensive rebounding is about hustle and determination. Huge putback, making a statement there.
And here's New Orleans now, after the basket by Memphis on the other end. Launches it. And Trey Murphy hits from deep. He's got 5.
Now look, he is a solid distributor. Murray is gifted at finding his teammates pretty much in any spot on the floor.
Pass to Aldama. Williams from long range gets the 3 to fall. And the Grizzlies lead by 9.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
And so Willie Green decides to call a timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Memphis making a switch here. Jerome's checked in. And so it's Williamson who brings up the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. Oh, he drains it after the contact. What a shot from Zion.
That's just smart basketball right there, finding a way to get a high percentage shot on offense.
There's 1:17 left in the third. Now here's Jerome. Alvarado defending. Jerome, that's good. Jerome's got 5 points now this quarter.
They've toned down their three-point attack in the second half, looking to protect the lead with higher percentage shots.
Alvarado right side. Back to Williamson. Bay passes to Poole. 4-3. Oh, Poole can do that.
Really no surprise to see it go in. Poole has a terrific accuracy from deep.
Aldama outside. The kick out to Williams. Jerome passes to Aldama. Now here's Edey. And the dunk by Edey.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Here's Poole. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's on Vince Williams.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
These are his first free throws of the game. Free throw good. Poole. And the Grizzlies making a change here. And both free throws good for Poole.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see a miss.
He can't get that one to fall. A big-time effort for Zach Edey, providing a lot of energy for Memphis. On the glass, he was an absolute tyrant, just owning the boards. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the court for Memphis, Jackson out there with Santi Aldama. Then there's Vince Williams. Then it's Ty Jerome. And it's Jose Alvarado with the foul. That's his first foul. Jerome outside. 5 on the clock. Memphis needs to get off a shot.
The defense had the pass well anticipated. They know the offense wants to get that ball inside.
And it's good for 2.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Now here's Jerome. Pass to Jackson. Aldama, left side. Lets the 3 fly. It's hauled in by Zion Williamson. Williamson's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
I've been in this position. Your team is up. You want to drive in the dagger. He may be a little overeager. And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
The first one falls. Williamson hits them both. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Pass to Aldama. Jackson outside. That one falls. Jackson's got his first bucket in this one.
And playing very well here in the second half. I mean, their shooting percentage is now over 50% from the field.
Pelicans trail by 4. Poole, the pass to Alvarado. Williamson outside. Back to Alvarado. The shot comes out. Jerome with some nice D. The Grizzlies shooting at about 51% for the game so far in this one. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
Memphis making a switch here. Prosper's checked in. New Orleans is shooting pretty well at 45%. Pass to Poole. And here's Williamson. Alvarado outside. Jerome with some nice D.
You wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the glass.
One shot.
Free throw good from Jerome. Conchar, he's checked in for Prosper. Grizzlies lead by 5. On the wing, Conchar. And again, it's Memphis missing. The Pelicans have gotten just one shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Oh, a power move! Zion!
With an insane combination of power and touch, Zion is a one-of-a-kind star.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Now here's Jerome. He's closely guarded. Conchar outside. 6 to shoot. Oh, deflected. Fires away from way outside. It's hauled in by New Orleans. Poole outside. Pass to Alvarado over Jerome. And it's Alvarado missing. Memphis has gone 0 for 3 here in the fourth. Williams from long range hits the trifecta. And the Grizzlies lead by 6.
Slow defensive rotation causing a breakdown along the perimeter.
For New Orleans, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. On the wing, Bay. Williams against Poole. Excellent D there from Aldama.
And they've committed to controlling the boards, and it's paying dividends.
The kick out to Williams. Jerome outside. Picked by Aldama. Clock at 6. From deep. Jerome, no good. And so it's Poole who brings up the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. So far in the fourth, they've allowed just 6 points.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for him.
Memphis leading by 4. Pass to Aldama. Now Williams. Picked by Aldama. Three-pointer. Kept alive. Outside, Williams. Back to Aldama. And he goes in for the dunk.
And adds a few more points to their lead, showing off some style.
Wow, that was prime time stuff right there. Here's Alvarado. Poole outside. Picked by Williamson. Poole gets it in close.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
And timeout is called by Tuomas Hisalo. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. And a new group getting ready for the Pelicans. Queen, he's checked in for Misi. Trey Murphy comes in for Bay. Fears, he's checked in for Poole. And Murray subbed in for Alvarado. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Memphis' head coach had some words for his team over the break. Coach had a direct message for the team saying no matter the lead, no NBA game is ever over. Do not let your guard down. We'll see if they hold on.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Pass to Edie. Hits the jump hook. Edie's got 12 points here in the second half.
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
Yeah, just keep feeding him. That guy is a man on a mission. And the defense, well, they don't have much of an answer.
Here's Williamson. After the basket by Memphis on the other end. Here's Caldwell Pope to the middle. Here's Clark. It's good. He's 6 for 12 from the floor.
Give a good player a good look, and you know what the outcome will be.
Williamson outside. Pass to Murray. Back to Williamson. Here's Clark. Oh, Clark with the slam.
And I'll tell you what, the way they're able to pressure the ball and those quick hands, that's what led to an opening.
And as soon as they got the steal, it was off to the races. This is the aggressive mindset that the coaching staff encourages them to maintain.
And here's New Orleans now. After the basket by Memphis.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Edey with a screen on Murray. Here's Jerome. And it's Memphis with another.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Here's Murray. After the basket by Memphis on the other end. And again, New Orleans no good.
He's not making much of an impact from deep. His sole three-pointer came in the first half.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
Here's Wells. Knocks down the triple. And the Grizzlies lead by 15.
And he's quickly up to 4 made threes in this game. Sheesh, get this man the rock.
Pass to Fears. To end the drought. Grizzlies with the rebound. Edey's got his 18th rebound here tonight. All over the place. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Zion Williamson. That's his first foul. On the wing, Caldwell Pope. Now here's Jerome. Shot clock at 5. Here's the pick. The three. No luck on that one.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. And we're seeing some younger teams really on the rise here. Any particular reason, Grant?
Well, you know, it's part of the natural order of things. Certain players will dominate, and when they age, there are always those young upstarts vying to take the lead.
Pass to Clark. Inside. Oh, Clark with the slam.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
Murray against Jerome. And stolen by Clark. Here's Wells. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. Pelicans trail by 17. Pass to Queen. Williamson outside. 6 to shoot. Here's Fears for 3. That one's in. Coming off a nice dish from Williamson. Williamson's got his 4th assist in this one. And here's Jerome. He'll bring it up for Memphis. 17 points was their biggest margin. Edey outside. Ooh, he leaves no question.
He slams it home and gets some extra camera time chilling on the rim.
Yeah, he did spend a little time up there, didn't he? Pelicans trail by 16. Outside Murray. For 3. Oh, no good. The Grizzlies shooting 54% from the field so far in this one. Edey outside. The putback, and he grabs the board and finishes it off.
You gotta love how he stuck with the play. Nice work.
Murray inside. He's covered by Jerome. Can't get it.
There has been nothing for him this quarter. Ever since halftime, he's lost all of his touch.
Blocked, and they'll get another chance. The steal, and now New Orleans on the break. Murray. Yes, sir! From way outside.
The release is getting so much quicker. Murray showcasing it there.
They led by as many as 18. Clark outside. Well, Richard, we know that coaches will sometimes criticize their team's performance in those post-game press conferences. But where's that line?
Well, I think coaches should always use I. When you say I, and I as the leader of the team, I have to have them prepared, ready. I didn't do a good job making sure that I demanded the type of execution. That first always helps.
Pelicans trail by 17.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Grizzlies.
Boy, this was one physical game, guys.
They obviously felt that was an advantage of theirs coming in, and they were able to be relentless inside as a result.
And with this one, they go double digits in the win column.
And they've had their fingerprints all over this series, winning 2 straight and looking like they have this team's number.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Zach Edey.
Honestly, I just love how relentless he is on the glass, making a big effort to pull the ball in and give his teammates extra chances.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Trey Murphy, he's checked in for Misi. Zion Williamson comes in for Bay. Fears, he's checked in for Poole. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Alvarado. Now here's Pippen. Murray pulls it down. 43 seconds left in the game. Yes, sir! The finish with the jam! Pippen outside. Six on the shot clock. Williamson comes with a double team. Let's loose for 3. Not that time. And stolen by Williams. And so Memphis takes this one by a big margin. And they get their first win of the NBA Cup, moving them to 1-2 in the group stage.
And it's going to be tough for them to move on to the next stage of the Cup. But a win is a win.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Zach Edey.